Angelfish friends, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to be covering our most requested video yet, and that is how to breed your angelfish. So let's get started. Fun fact about angelfish is that they actually have more chromosomes than humans. Yes, you heard that right. Angelfish have actually one more pair of homologous chromosomes than humans do, totaling to 24 pairs, which after all would be 48 total chromosomes. It's pretty cool, guys. Okay, back to the video. Let's talk about your fins on your angelfish. So you want to make sure that when you're breeding angelfish, you're selecting a pair that has a nice long dorsal and that their ventral fins are nice and symmetrical and they're long and flowing. You don't want to see any cut off or bent a certain way. You really want to see that symmetry with your fish, and you also want to see a nice big chubby head on your fish. You want to see meat in between their eyes, and you want their eyes to be in their head. You don't want them protruding out. If they're protruding out, that could mean there's a deficiency for them, or that they have some type of internal parasite that you need to get under control before you're able to breed them. So having a nice chunky pair of angelfish isn't a bad thing. They are definitely a little bit of pigs when it comes to eating, but it can help them in the long run with breeding. So moving on to that, their diet is really important, guys, and you want to pay attention to what you're feeding your angelfish. If you're feeding them processed food, flakes every day, maybe it's time to switch it up and get them a live culture of Daphnia or scuds or even blackworms going, so that from time to time when you're wanting to see them spawn, you can encourage them with some live foods. Keeping the tank's water parameters stable is an important part of breeding your angelfish. Having the pH at a stable range between 6.8 and 7.8 and a TDS between 150 to 250 is what is recommended for breeding your angelfish. You want to make sure there's no ammonia, nitrates in your aquarium at all times. So this spawn here that we're looking at is from my Angels Plus pair, and I wanted to find one here that was a call so that we could talk a little bit about culling and why I think that finding a good quality angelfish is important, so you're not dealing with a lot of fish that end up looking like the one we're about to focus on looks like. His ventral fins are pretty crooked, and one is bent completely, so there he is right there in the center. So this one here is unfortunately a call due to his ventral fin being bent. Here I am showing you Angels Plus Prevent and Recover Prepared Flake Food. Extreme Aquatic Foods Krill Flake, Vibrobites by Hikari, and lastly, Northfin Bug Pro. These are some of the prepared foods that we recommend feeding your angelfish. So this here is a good example of maybe a not so good specimen to breed. I got him through one of our friends locally. This is a female marble angel. She's almost black. You can see she doesn't have that bump on her forehead that the males have, and she's just not as circular as them. Now here is another female koi. You can see her stomach is just a little bit more fat and not as concave. And she still doesn't have the bump on her forehead. Now, the best way to get a pair of these is to either go through a reputable known breeder who has taken the time to genetically seek out the best in their fish, or you can go and get 6 juveniles of decent high quality and raise them up and let them pair off in your tank. Now you're going to see them start to form a bond with another, and they may stay in a secluded corner or an area or run the tank together, and they'll run off the other angelfish that come up on them. And they'll kind of start defending their territory a little more, and they'll pick spots to start cleaning that are diagonal or horizontal, like jungle val leaves or the walls, or if you have any breeding slates or cones, they might choose that. And that's when you can kind of tell that they're starting to breed off and pair off. Once you're confident that you have a male and female angelfish, you can do certain things to make them feel comfortable enough to spawn. You can add plants in their aquarium. You can feed live food such as Daphnia, scuds, or live blackworms seems to be one that they will spawn quickly after feeding. Daphnia is another that they really enjoy. You can add breeding slates in their aquarium like the ones that you see here. And these guys are on their 7th day since they've spawned, so we should be seeing some spawning this week from them. Now we're going to talk about sexing your angelfish. Here you will see my male angelfish on the left of the screen, and here is my female angelfish. The female fish will have a thicker breeding tube and will be more full of eggs when she is ready to breed. The male angelfish will have a larger forehead with a bump on it. His breeding tube will be thinner when he's ready to breed, and he'll be more circular. Here's another good shot of the female. And you can see here she has no bump on her head, as the male coming down here does. The males usually will be larger and have a more circular body around, almost shaped like a coin. And the females will be more pointy around the face area. We hope you guys enjoyed part 1 of how to breed your angelfish. If you'd like to see part 2, spawning and artificially hatching your angelfish, and part 3, raising your angelfish fry, you should subscribe down below so you're notified of when we release the next videos. I hope you guys liked this video. Comment below if you want to see something else. Like if you enjoyed the video. We really hope you guys did, and we appreciate all of your support. So just keep swimming until next time.